Howdy, folks. It is just about 6:30 in the morning. The sun is just starting to come up, and I have driven 3 hours down to southwest Arkansas, down to Lake DeQueen, which is down all the way down in the southwest corner, just damn near Texas. Let's see, behind me here, that big berm holds back the lake, and then this little concrete thing here, there. I don't know how well y'all can see it from up in the parking lot. It's kind of the little spillway where it comes out. It's not particularly huge, but somewhere interesting that I've been wanting to go for a little while, so I figured I'd finally get up and do it. Unfortunately, I am not the first one here, which is why I was trying to get here so early. But they're on the other side of the spillway, and hopefully we don't get our stuff tangled up, because we kind of want to fish the same spots, but I don't know. We'll get down there. We'll see how it goes. Throw out some tight lines, see if we can get some stuff on some lures, and whatever happens, happens, I suppose. Hopefully it's not a waste of a 3-hour drive and 2 tanks of gas. All right, let's get down here. Got this nice concrete walkway most of the ways, but as you can see across, that means I'm gonna have to lift the fish pretty high, and that's not gonna do me too much good here. But if worse comes to worse, I can drag a fish all the way down to the end and fight it to where I can get a hold of it. Hopefully we don't snag into anything too big, I guess, so I don't have to deal with that. It also really stinks like sulfur down here. Maybe not the greatest thing. All right, I've got one rod rigged up correctly already, so I'm just gonna get it out there. There we go. You are good old shrimp. Yeah, doesn't smell too bad. Should be good for today. Last bit of usage. Hook's a little bit small, but it's what's tied on. I'll change it out if I think it's a problem. But I'll just get this one out there. Their line is there. Just got the one rod out, so I'll just flip out right about there. See how deep. You all right?
Yeah, I got 2 so far.
Well, all right. Hopefully there's still some left for me.
We got fish right there. See that rope?
All right.
You just fish me reeling in a pretty big one. We've got fish right here.
I see it.
I didn't think anybody was going to come out there. Nobody out here early.
Well, that's why I tried to get here so early.
Oh, we got here about 4.
Well, you probably had a lot shorter drive than me. I came from Little Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get up at 3 a.m.
That's a long drive just to fish.
I ain't been here before, and I wanted to check it out.
Why'd you come from Little Rock?
Because I ain't been here before.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little spot.
Yeah, I've been around to some of the other spots. Like, I've been over to Dirk's Lake a time or 2.
Yeah, have you looked at that out?
I've done okay there. I've been there like twice. I like it better like at the actual spillway is not the greatest unless you want carp, but if you're walking down through the creek in the camping area, it's pretty all right.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for snakes. They got water moccasins down there.
Well, they got water moccasins all over the state.
Yeah, I've had one chase me over at Derry.
Yeah, they're pretty mean. All right, we've greeted the locals. I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff set up. All right, finally got all my stuff rigged up. So we'll grab us a worm. We're gonna put him on a jig head. There we go. Not too happy about it, but he will be fine. We are gonna take him up here towards the mouth of the spillway. Shrimp can stay here.
Don't get caught with your toes.
We'll see what happens.
Huh?
Are you not allowed 2 poles here?
You'll get a ticket. You're not allowed from here to this whole thing. You're only
Really?
Yeah, you'll get a ticket if the game warden comes out here. You'll get a ticket.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll go pull the other one in.
They might let you go with a warning.
I don't know, but
I don't like to mess with the game wardens.
Oh, they're pretty friendly in this area.
All right, I'm moving down. Those old folks will not quit hollering at me. And they keep casting all the way across the damn spillway, crossing my lines. So, they were there first, I'll move. We'll come down here towards the end where it kind of opens up. Stops being quite so concrete. Ain't nowhere to sit down here, but I guess I did just drive for 3 hours, so I could stand to do some standing. Also, I have checked all over the damn place for regulations about here. I looked online in the regulation book. I checked around here for special signs. I don't see any special regulations about one pole. So, I'm just gonna do what I want. And if I'm wrong, someone will tell me eventually, maybe. But I don't see anything saying that I will be wrong. Alright, I think this is a good enough spot to head down to. Close to the edge. Looks like it starts getting a bit more rocky and less concrete. So I'm going to take my worm. Just flip him on out here. See what he can do. He can just drift around and figure out what's going on with life. We gotta find a new shrimp. New shrimp. Toss it out. Good enough. Not like it's gotta go far, or particularly deep. Just let it be. And then, while I wait on both of those, I'm gonna jig this little guy around. See if he'll do any good. Keep me busy. That was a bite. Gonna do it again. Come on now. He may be on there. Huh. Well. Good sign. Let's try again. Looks like I got stripped off. Alright, I think I'm going to move down a little bit more. Been about another 30 minutes. Oh, and my worm's gone. Well, that's no good. I didn't see any action on this rod. I suppose that could be a good thing. Could just mean that a little fish stripped me off. Who knows? But I wanted to get rid of these worms today anyway. I'm not too concerned with it. I will, however, put on half a worm this time. Sorry, bud. Ugh. Just give him a couple hooks here. One more. There we go. Smaller bait. Less for them to grab and run off with. Maybe work out a little bit better. I gotta get the other rods. Nope. That was a nibble on the worm. Fish waking up. Did I get stripped off? fish here just so small. Well, definitely got pulled around a bit. Need a good rehooking. We'll put your back end back on there. Leave a little something for him. Back out there. Oh, something's still down there. My line's jumping more than the wind would make it. Yep, I feel it. What do we got going on? Whatever it is awfully small. I need to change my setup here a little bit. Try something teenier. Shrimp's not getting hit anymore. Ah. What to do? This reel does not feel right. It's like my gears are doing something funky in it. I know I don't treat my tools the best, but thing's ugly tough. We'll see. See what happens. It's a little bite from a little fish. Well, a little jig head on here. Let's just use this little jig head. A little bit of worm on it. See if we can get a catch. Come here, you. I'll take that much. Feed you up the hook. Stop wriggling so much. Right up his body, feed him all the way through. Alright. It's not great, but it is a smaller hook. Let's see if that'll catch something. Probably not going to be worth the effort I'm putting into it, but it'll be something. I can say I caught a fish at least. Something's down there pecking at it. Ha! There we go. That is our culprit. It is a pretty decent little red-eared sunfish. He's got a really prominent little red spot on him. Much more vibrant colored. Well, the red spot's more vibrant colored than typically what I see. Whoop, up around my ways. Ow. He's a little pale colored. But I have at least caught a fish, and it is a halfway decent fish. There we go. Now I know it's stealing all my bait. If I really wanted to be mean, I'd use him as bait. But for now, let's see if I can get another one of those on the worm. All right. I think something definitely nibbled on that. I think I'm gonna move down, but I think I'm gonna go to the other side so I'll have some shade and I won't be staring right at the sun's reflection here. All right. I've been here for what, 3 hours now, I think. Yep, about 9 o'clock. So 2.5 hours. And I've caught her a couple little sunfish. Not really having a ton of luck. Kind of disappointed. I bet when the water's up and running, this place is a lot better. Probably a lot more active, but right now, there's not much flow, ain't much fish. So, I'm gonna relocate. Don't wanna waste my whole trip down here. There are some other lakes and spillways around, and one of them is on the way home that I fished before, at Dirk's Lake. So I think I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna see what I can find. I know there's a spillway there, and all the way down towards the end of a park, there's a big pool that I've had some luck in. So, I think I'm gonna head there, see if I can salvage this day and trip. All right, we made it. About a half-hour drive. Oop, big bunch of wasps up under here. But I didn't bother them. All right, about a half-hour drive. Now we're at Dirk's Lake. It's on the other side of that berm. Spillway coming out here. Pretty dang similar. No old folks here to be bothering me. Them old folks, they like to talk, try to tell you what you should be doing the whole time. So hopefully we can have a little luck. It's about 10 o'clock now though, which is late morning and starting to get to prime not fishing time. So we'll see how it goes. It sounds like water's moving a good bit. Hopefully I can find something to catch here. Looks like there's a bit more water here too. Oh yeah, definitely some more flow. Let's get a shrimp and a worm out there. Let's see. That's no. These rods. Oh, I've still got this worm on here. I forgot. And he's still wriggling. So he's gonna go out just as is. On a little jig head. Turtles. Ugh. It's been a while since I've been here. I think it was in March maybe. But last time there was a bunch of carp hitting the surface. So maybe I can catch one on that worm. Carp like worms. If not, catfish and drum like worms. But what catfish and drum definitely like is shrimp. We'll get one of those out there too. I think this just got a bite. Definitely gave it a bounce. As always, could be turtles, could be nope, there's something. Could be small catfish. Whatever it was, I pulled it away from him. He got the shrimp. Very easily could be those damn turtles though. How much shrimp do I got left? Yeah, a decent little bit, especially if I'm using halves. Well, just like our last spillway, this one doesn't seem to have a lot of fish down under it. But it's not super unexpected. Oop, well, there's some school of fish right there, right at my feet. Are you shad or are you something else? If they're shad, snagging one of the, that's a gar right there. Well, there's definitely some fish somewhere. So there are some types of fish around. There's some, like right here at my feet. It looks like they might be shad. Don't think it's anything that'll want to eat this. Saw a big gar out here. I think that's just the wind blowing on my line over there. So I'll come back just to be sure. But I'm coming back for those fish. Oh. I think that was a gar. Yeah, it was. Followed me in. Come back, come back, come back. kind of see him down there. Hopefully this goes right by his face. Yep. Ah, he didn't have a good hold of it. Had it, but not a good hold. Alright, little rod, little jig head, little piece of worm. Gar is still out there. I don't know what shad he eats. I know they like to be face first in strong current. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. Normally I would try to snag him with a big old treble hook, but it seems a little overkill this exact spot. There are some sunfish out here, I think I saw sunfish. Could just be more shad. A little hard to tell, but I gotta catch something for bait because the shrimp ain't doing it right now. Something down there likes it. Got him. What do we got? Little long-eared sunfish? Might be a dollar sunfish. They're hard to tell apart, but this guy's got kind of purple to him and little spots everywhere. He's got this nice white outline on his little ear. I think it's a dollar sunfish. I'm gonna go with that because it's rare for me to catch one of those, so I like it better. And as a thanks for his rarity, I'm gonna cut him into pieces. I'm gonna use him for bait. Whoop. Hey, there's something. It's not big, but it's kind of fat. Little spotted bass. Whoop. Wriggled free. Hold still, buddy. You do not have that in a good way. All right, pal. Just behind and under his tongue, which is always a difficult place. Oh, there we go. Back in the water real quick. He was starting to bleed a decent bit. And getting fish back in the water is the best way to help them if they are bleeding. That's in the rocks. That's out of the rocks. I've been here almost an hour. Probably time to move on. So I think there's one last spot. I'm gonna go. Still in this same little area, but all the way down at the end of the river channel, whatever you want to call this thing. There's a nice big deep hole. I don't really catch a lot out of there, but I always want to catch something out of there, so I guess go try that out. All right, here's our last spot. We're just downriver from the spillway, maybe around a half a mile. I'm not sure. I'm not great with distance, but it's got this big open pool here, and it kind of keeps going on as a river. I am going to start up there at the rocks because there's moving water and it is freaking hot. When it is freaking hot, they like it when there's moving water. Well, they didn't seem to like it in the moving water at any of the spillways I went to today, so who knows what I know. The grass is also tall and obnoxious through here, but I'm gonna suck it up. We are going to see if we can catch something. Let's go get set up, I guess. A lot of surface disturbance out there towards the middle. I should be able to get a cast out there. Yeah. Not quite. Really don't think I'm gonna get any attention from my two tight lines over there. Oh, oh. Well, that's what I get for thinking. You'll make me run all the way back over here for nothing, didn't ya? Nothing down there. Finally get a bite. That's all it is one quick little nibble. Yep, one quick little nibble. What? Oh, that's why it's so heavy. Ugh. Well, it caught me a nice little stick. That's dumb. Get out of here. Alright. Alright. Everything's set up over here. Ugh. Maybe that's all I need. Little change of direction. Just tighten you up a bit. I don't think we're gonna get any luck anywhere today. Everything seems awful and hot and miserable. But well, it's only so long you can stay in the one spot on that side throwing around, and something, it's a big gar out there. Why can't you come find my lines? Any of them. There's 3. Stupid fish. Gar just snapped at me. Ugh, but he just barely, really lightly bit. Come back. Come back, please. I need something. Oh, this line's moving. Ah! It was on there. Came off. Alright, last ditch effort here. Put on a very crappy little stick bait. Not the best setup. I don't normally carry a bunch of stuff for slow, soft plastics, but it's real hot. Fish don't like to chase very much, so we'll do something that slows it down a bit. See if maybe a slow approach will get him going. Get him to pick it up. Just kind of let it be out there. Occasionally give it little pops. Bounce it around the bottom. Son of a bitch. Well, that was a hell of a bite that I missed. Bait's still on there. I'll let it go. God dang. what the fish like to do. Thinking about packing it up, they do something like that. Make you want to stay. They'll keep me here till I die from heat stroke. Luckily, got a little river here I could just go into, I suppose. Finally get something? What is this? Why is my reel doing that? That's new and different. Finally got a fish though. And it's a catfish. All day I've been wanting you. And finally, teeny tiny little baby catfish. Oh, thank you, little fella. Little baby channel. You're the highlight of my day. I've had some big bites, but you're the only thing that I've pulled in. And I thank you. Oh, geez. I don't have any more bait. I threw out my last piece of fish. I threw my shrimp down in the water. I threw my worms, what was left, over into that crap so they have a nice chance to survive. I was getting ready to go when this thing went off. I had my camera off and in my bag, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll put it all back on and wait. And well, I got a little catfish. I guess I'll give it a little more time. Alright, I think I've wasted enough time. Speaking of, what time is it? 12:30. So, I've been fishing for about 6 hours. That's after waking up at 3 a.m. to drive 3 hours to get around here to fish. I have basically nothing to show for it, but a couple sunfish, a baby bass, and a baby catfish. Now I gotta drive 3 hours home. I am very tired. I am covered in sweat. Back of my neck's probably pretty sunburnt. At least I've got a little bit of shade right here that I can hang out in. But some days are like that. You just really hope it's not the days where you get up early and drive a real long distance and half your time is spent traveling. The fish are still jumping out there. Those gar, still taunting and tormenting me. But it's time to go. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm hot. And I'm done. So, catch y'all next time. There is a baby snapping turtle in the water. Right there, just you see that little bit of green under the water, just right to the right of it. Figure. May as well see if he wants a little bit of fish. Didn't quite go where I wanted it to. Well, these things happen. Wonder, can I kind of nudge it over to him, maybe? Scared him off. Just trying to help.